hello Southport Square residents. This is your Executive Director Brian Hess with another episode of Around the Square. And as you'll notice, the scenery behind me is very different than our ATS studio usually is. And that is because I am here on location in Gables East to display our brand new wall of boxes. Well, I hope you enjoyed our wonderful wall of boxes in the Gables East lobby, and I did not get the opportunity to climb on any of them, although I wanted to, but I did get a chance to hide in the boxes a few times, and that was even more fun. But you'll notice now I've changed my location once again, and we are now sitting on the 5th floor of Gables East, and I am actually looking at some roofers over here doing some roof work. I don't know if we can pan over and see. I don't know if you can see any of the roofers, but they're working on some of our roofs here currently. And just overlooking the property here, it's just a great opportunity to kind of see some of the work that's going on here on the campus as I talk about some of our hurricane updates. So I'm going to jump into our hurricane stuff, then we'll do COVID at the end. You know, like who cares about COVID anymore, right?
Yeah, COVID's gone.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, it is still important. We still care about COVID, and I definitely want to give you all an update. But I first wanted to give you a quick hurricane update. So right now, the blue team currently is still finalizing all of the interior drywall type work in the resident apartments. So most of that should be completed as of this point. I know they've got a couple of apartments they're still doing some of the final touches in, but most of that interior work in resident apartments should be done from a drywalling standpoint. So as they're working through that, they are still working in Gables East and Gables West on some other items, interior items, and that would be some areas like common area spaces, as well as some baseboards that still have to be replaced and things like that. The blue team also is continuing working on their ceiling tiles. So if you had any ceiling tiles in your apartment that were either missing or damaged during the storm, the blue team does have those in now, and they are going apartment by apartment and putting those ceiling tiles into those units. So they should be working on that. They started it last week and they continue through this week, and I think they might have one more week of ceiling tile installation. If you have flooring work that is going to be done in your apartment or needs to be done in your apartment, the blue team should have already been in touch with you, in contact with you to start talking about color selection, floor selection, things like that. They have already gotten the vendor in place, and they are working with that vendor to get it all scheduled. We should see that work start within the next 2 weeks. So they've kind of done the prep work side of it. They feel that they can get that started in the next 2 weeks. And they feel that once they start that, they should be able to get all of the flooring done in about a 30-day window or so. So we'll kind of move through that relatively quickly, considering the size of the project. Window and lanai replacements, they have been delayed still due to the permitting from the county not being approved yet. So the blue team has been working with the county, trying to get the final approval on a permit, which includes windows, lanais, and some other work across the campus in total. So separate and apart from that was our roofing permits, which have already been approved, and they've worked through that. But this is specific to our windows and lanais being replaced. And so as soon as the blue team does get the approval on that, they will be ready to move and get folks working as quick as possible. But we are still waiting on that to take place. And once the county agrees to what they have proposed to them, we're hopeful to get that working quickly. But the vinyls being re-vinyled and the screens being redone in the apartments, the blue team has started on that. They have already completed the 5th floor and the 4th floor in Gables West, and they are currently working on the 3rd floor in Gables West, and then they will drop down to the 2nd floor sometime around the 1st week in July, 2nd week in July. And then they'll continue that progression, 2nd floor and then 1st floor, and then they're going to come over to Gables East and go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 again. While all of that is happening, they will still be doing window and lanai replacements as soon as we get that permitting completed. So it's a separate team. They'll be able to continue to work through that process. Roofing still continuing, as we just pointed out right here in the Gables East building.
Yeah,
there you go. There's our guy
up there.
Yeah, he's
Look at that.
Yeah, that's 5th floor. I'm not sure I would do that, but he is definitely a brave soul working on the roof over there. So But roofing is continuing on our 5th floor, Gables East. Once the shingle roofs are completed, then the blue team is going to go back and do all of our flat roofs. And so for those of you that may or may not know, we have several flat roofs across our campus. So on the east building and the west building, there are flat roofs that are kind of runways or catwalks, if you will, across the top of the building. So it's just a flat walkway, but it is a flat roof. It's a membrane type roof. So they'll be back up there. They'll replace those on east and west and over at our Harbor Health Center building. So that will be some additional roofing work that will take place even after the shingle roofs are completed. The painting and soffit work that has been taking place on the carports is mostly completed. That should be wrapping up here this week. And currently the painting is still continuing in the village area as well as at our sales center. They just started our sales center this week. They should wrap that up relatively quickly. And then they'll be moving over to Gables West. They'll be painting Gables West, and then they'll move to Gables East, and then they're going to go to the Harbor Health Center. So as they kind of work through that progression, we still probably will see another week or two before they get to painting the Gables West building, as they still have some wrap up in the village area and in the sales center. But that's kind of the progression of how they'll go as far as painting and pressure cleaning. And then we are still awaiting some of the final dates for fencing and electrical work and things like that. But excellent news, our flagpoles should be going in this weekend. So by next week, we should have some new flagpoles and new flags flying here on our campus. Very excited to get those back uprighted again. And our landscaping is still in process with Mainscape, a separate vendor, but Mainscape is working through our landscaping. So if you've noticed, they've completed a lot of the work in the back. They've done quite a bit of work around our Harbor Health Center. And just this week, they started ripping out the landscaping in front of our main entrance by our signs out on Westchester Boulevard, and then up by the fountains by Town Hall, and also in front of our Gables East and Gables West entrances, so the porticos there. And so they have kind of taken that out. The initial phase is the destruction, destroy, get rid of it. And so they've worked through that process. They are now primed and ready to go with plants staged out in the back next to the pickleball courts. Those plants will be taking in some trees out there, and they'll start putting those areas back together again. So I'm super excited to see the finished look. Should see a lot of new color in some of those places, and I'm hopeful everybody's going to enjoy the new landscaping. A couple of other projects that are taking place. So our Gables East renovation, and give you a quick update, the construction phase of that has been completed. So there are still several punch items that we are working on across the building, and so we're going to try to work through those with our maintenance team. But at the same time, the construction has kind of been finalized. The furniture this week has been delivered and is being installed as we speak. And so I appreciate everybody's patience. I know there's been a lot of people kind of running around the building, taking old stuff out, putting new stuff in. The lobby was a total takeover with boxes this week, but it was great to have them be able to kind of use that to stage and kind of get stuff labeled and start dispersing it to the different areas. So as we work through that process, once we have the furniture in place, the final pieces which are still in the works are the artwork and the window treatments. So those still are not here yet. When they do arrive, I'm waiting on getting a final timeline, time frame for that. Those will come, we'll get those installed, and then everything will be completed. We are looking at doing a grand reopening of our Gables East building sometime in late July. We're working on finalizing that date. And so we'll kind of do a re-welcoming of the building once we know that we've got everything in place and all of our finishing touches are put together, and we're ready for that. So super excited. I appreciate all of the residents' patience as we work through that project. That was a long project and a lot of stuff taking place during that time. And then the last thing, the pool AC, this was supposed to be delivered in the June timeframe. We are still anticipating that to be coming in and being installed probably within the next week to 2 weeks. And so we'll give you an update as soon as we get final from the vendor, but we do believe that that is still on target, and we'll get the pool AC in place. So looking forward to get that back in the works. So just to give you all a quick COVID update. So remember, we're not doing any reporting from the state. That has ceased when they kind of ended that public health emergency previously. But we currently on our campus have 0 positive residents and 0 positive staff. So yay, love that report. No masking required on our campus. Still always welcome to wear a mask if you feel safer that way, but it's not required in any locations on our campus currently. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this episode of Around the Square.
Oh, Here we are in the Gables East lobby where they're staging all of the furniture. Just look at all of this stuff here. Wow, this is so fun and exciting. What do we got over here? What do we got over here? We have our executive director.
You found me.
Yay! Did I win a prize?
I was hiding, a needle in the haystack here.
This is amazing, Brian. Are you excited to see the this renovation to finally come to a finish?
I cannot wait for it to be finished. So this furniture is going to be incredible once it's out of the boxes. And I did ask if maybe we could just leave a couple of boxes because I thought they were sort of comfortable. So we'll just sit on boxes around here. Actually, no, everything's coming out of boxes.
Yeah.
But we have some wonderful furniture here, and we do know that our artwork and our window treatments have been delayed. So we're working with the vendor on getting a final delivery date, but the furniture will be here, will be installed, and we'll be working on that artwork and window treatments to get those in and installed at a later date. But super excited about all this. I know it doesn't look like much right now. Actually, it looks like a whole lot right now.
Yeah, it looks like a whole lot.
But
yes.
it will look even better once they get it unboxed and in place here in the building. So,
yeah, this is exciting. I am so excited.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, to see this happen.
Beautiful furniture.
All right, well, Tag, you're it.
All right.
Go hide again.
All right.
All right, I'm going to start counting. 1,
You got to close
2.
your eyes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I see you. All right, well, it's Tuesday morning, and today's the day the furniture's arriving in Gables East. So let's go see this.
I have work to do.
No, you got
Debbie,
to play soccer.
hold the camera.
I'm the cameraman.
Yes.
Are we gonna like try and score a goal sometime? Just don't get it too high, right? We don't want to hit the limits.
Don't hurt.
Okay, now we gotta behave now. We got to work it now. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, what a workout.
Gita, look at your new home. Are you excited today?
Very excited today.
Yeah, it's like getting all new furniture. You're back at your desk.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be. Absolutely. And what, you even brought donuts for the occasion?
Brian White.
Oh.
Brian Hess, but it's Brian White.
All right. Well, have a good day. So I'm here with Security Steve.
I'm watching things.
He's supervising over here. Oh.
Big item, big item. Back up.
Uh-oh. Come on through,
Can
honey.
he do it?
What?
Oh, that's just barely.
Wow.
It's not going to go through the next one. That's not going to go through.
Fine.
I'm driving blind.
Alright, so. So, Debbie, do you think that's a
Bench.
it looks like a piano.
I'm excited to
Shake it.
the old one. But at least we'll make something nice.
You know what? That looks like a booth. Here are the new booths in the Gables East dining room on the upper level. Aren't these gorgeous? They're very durable material. That's a leather on the bottom, and this is a washable, durable fabric. But boy, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. With the colors of the carpet, perfect. So Rodney, after you get done eating a big meal here, you can just take a nap. You can lay down in the booth. Look at that. It's so spacious. These booths, they sleep too. So right after the coffee, you can just have a little nap,
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
These are nice,
They're
huh?
very nice, very nice.
Yeah, I love that.
And I wore the right shirt today for this booth too.
This is really fun and
Really-
exciting.
Really nice.
Yeah.
No, you can sit 6 in here comfortably.
Yeah, yeah. Or nap too comfortably.
Oh, well.
Yeah. These are all the tables for the dining room, right? I would assume. Yeah. Right, so here are the assortment of chairs that we have for the dining room. So these are the upper level dining room chairs. So we, at this time, that's where we think they are. These are the alcove chairs, which are very similar, but you notice that the bottoms are a little different, but they all tie in with the rug. And then you have the private dining room chairs, or lower level chairs. We haven't figured out where they want those yet, but as you can see, everything matches. There's slight differences, but boy, are these pretty. What an exciting time to be at Southport, watching all this stuff come in. Hey, Emily.
Hey.
Hey, so I noticed, first of all, we're all excited about the furniture, right?
Absolutely.
I know you were just telling me how excited you were when the booths came in last night.
Absolutely.
Now, I noticed a very small detail, but the linens have been changed.
Yes, so we originally had a green color to match the green carpet that we had before.
Uh-huh.
They got them changed to the blue one so that they match the rugs and the new chairs.
Wow. I like that little detail. That really makes a difference, especially at a table that's been, you know, prepared and ready to go. It's really nice. So-
Absolutely. They really tie in everything, especially the darker colors in the new chairs and the new tables definitely match a lot better than with the green.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll be back to see your excitement when they do the grand reopening of the East
All
building.
right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Those new blue linens I was talking about that make a big difference. I'm glad they actually thought about that small detail and put that in there. Makes a big difference when the table is set. Okay, so they have started to unwrap the chairs, and they only have, looks like 999 more boxes to go. You're almost done. Good job. Wow, look at that chair. Wow, that is beautiful. Wow, wee.
That's the one I just got undoing. Yeah.
There's one in this box, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that one's gonna go on that.
That's a pretty snazzy looking chair, and it's pretty comfortable if I do say so myself. So, part of the Gables East renovation, hello everyone, is the renovation of the elevators. So with this, look at these, look at the ceiling, new paneling, new flooring, looks fantastic. There's another accent chair for this floor. This is in the first floor on G-Wing. Isn't that pretty? Boy, they really did a nice job picking stuff out. Here are more of the chairs that will be placed throughout the building. They are absolutely beautiful. Look at some of these patterns and colors. Oh, gorgeous. Look at this. Oh, and some of the tables is very modern looking. Look at that. That looks nice. And they're very comfortable too.
They are.
We're testing it. We're doing the Goldilocks testing.
We are playing with the Christmas presents.
Yes, it's like Goldilocks. We're trying out all the chairs to see which one we like.
Very
I like this one.
I like this one.
Yeah. That big one, that wing chair, that's really
pretty.
sharp. Yeah, that's pretty. So Goldilocks, how do you like that chair?
It's just right.
It's just right. What about the one next to it? Try that one out.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, they're all very, very nice,
This
aren't
one's just right too.
they? Okay, what about this one?
Oh, what was that? That was a surprise.
How is it?
This is very nice.
Look how close he is to that edge. Whew. Give me a heart attack. Well, it looks like they finished the wellness center painting it. It looks really pretty. Let's see. Very nice and bright. Place is coming along. Look how nice that new white color looks against the bricks as opposed to the green. Very nice. I see you. Oh. Well, here I'm in the wood shop, and this recently got repaired and painted. Looks really nice in here. Very bright. And here's one of the painters. You helped paint, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys had to move all that stuff off the shelves and...
We moved everything out of here.
Oh, wow. What a big job.
Yeah.
You guys, did you realize how much stuff you had?
Well, we knew we had a lot. We had it all lined up out there.
Mm.
We went down this aisle and then went down that aisle.
So what are you making now? Is that a tank?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or a crane?
No crane.
A little crane. Look at the size of that thing. Wow.
It's gonna sit on this.
Very neat. Oh, you got the wheels all done?
Yeah.
He's in his toy shop. The
Yeah,
toy
this-
maker.
This will sit here.
Wow. That is big, and it'll move, obviously, right? You put all the moving parts on it. That's the part I like.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, the wheels will go up and down. Right. Like this.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll let you be busy in your tool shop here. But you did a good job. I think you missed a spot over there.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just waiting to move.
I see you missed a spot. Hi, Bob. Hi, Annette.
Hello there.
Hey, looks like you have a following. It looks like you have a following. Look at all these.
Those are little ducks. See the best view. There's sand there, so that gives a proper background, so you'll see the.
Oh yeah, they're little
dark-
beds that they
look at
clear
these.
out.
They heard us or something. Okay, you'll get some and I'll get some. So we'll drop it in to make sure they get a lot.
Just drop it over.
Okay, you can start. And they should-
The feeding frenzy begins.
The piranhas are here.
The
Oh, I better
piranhas.
not say that.
Those are the middle sized ones.
Yeah, they're not that big.
No, over here they are.
Boy, they're hungry though.
Yeah, they got quite a bit of food in there, but they'll clean that up in no time at all.
But these little white spots, right, Bob? Isn't that where they put their little nests?
Yeah, they make a nest,
Mm-hmm.
then they'll lay their eggs in there, and then the male fish will come over and cover the eggs with sperm, and then they will hatch into the little fish that you'll probably take a picture of in just a little bit.
That's
They're on
a
their nest.
big fish.
Yeah. But we have her fish that she feeds over
Your
here.
fish are over here.
Oh, somebody came along and trimmed, so we can't see it. But there's a big fish in here that she usually feeds. I'll let you
There's two big.
throw it over. You'll find it. Just a minute. This one comes in a little slow. Oh, he gave it too good a toss. And for some reason, it's not here today. It usually comes in here. And it eats all the food.
Bob, you don't know how to talk fish.
All I can do is just guppy along. Go, 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 go.
Blah, 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 blah.
He can talk to alligators
He talks to alligators. You come out here often?
every day.
Every day, rain or shine? Well, not rain.
More shine.
More shine. Now you got.
We give our guests drinks.
Oh, well, thank you. So, all your life you've been outdoorsy people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, especially you being the outdoor.
But we slept under the stars for many summers.
Aww. Annette, you never asked for a tent? He said you slept under the stars many summers.
Maybe I said we slept on the ground a bit.
Yeah.
in stories.
Being outdoors is very nice.
It is. It's
I enjoy it.
kind of hard.
Thank you all for being here. First off, the wonderful flag of our United States. What a beautiful flag. Some call it the American flag, Old Glory, the Stars and Stripes, or the Star-Spangled Banner. We have all kinds of names for it, but either way, it has stood as a symbol of our freedom since 1777. It's a long time. So one of the cool things, of course, every Flag Day I go in and I do all kinds of fun research to learn new facts that I may or may not have heard over my lifetime and have gone in this side and gone out the other side. But wanted to bring up a couple of interesting things. I know most of us know the 50 stars represent the 50 states of the Union, and obviously the 13 stripes represent the original 13 colonies. But I got into the colors on the flag. And I know I've heard this in the past, but I thought it was just a good reiteration of what the colors on our flag mean, because it is very symbolic and meaningful for our nation. So first we'll talk about the color red. So red represents hardiness and valor, as well as courage and readiness to sacrifice. It is also sometimes said to represent the bloodshed by those who have fought to protect our freedom and our country. And I know many of y'all have been there and done that. The blue. The color blue signifies justice for all, as well as vigilance and perseverance. A reminder that we must remain watchful and strong. We are strong as a nation. The white. The color white stands for purity and innocence. Pure because we are independent from other countries and hold true to our ideals. And I would say that that is true today as it was back when our forefathers dedicated this flag. So today we do celebrate Flag Day because this flag which we honor and under which we serve is the emblem of our unity, our power, our thought, and our purpose as a nation. Today we celebrate the day of its birth, and from its birth until now it has witnessed a great history and has flown high above great events and a great plan of life worked out by great people. All of us sitting here today. I wanted to point out a couple of items here which I think are meaningful on Flag Day. So one in the back of our room is our commemorative flag for all of our veterans that live here at Southport Square. Today is the 1-year anniversary of us hanging that in the back of Town Hall and dedicating that commemoration. And since we have hung that and dedicated that, we have added over 20 names to that flag. So Sweden has been very diligent in keeping that updated. We have a few more, I'm told, to go, but 20 additional names on there. So pretty incredible to see new veterans coming into our community here. The other thing I wanted to note is our flagpoles out front. So we know that those have been a little bit of a mangled mess since Hurricane Ian, and we got those righted as best as possible. But this weekend, I believe it will be this weekend, or at the latest by next week, we will have 3 new flagpoles out there with our flags flying again. So very excited to show, our strength as a community under what a great flag and a great nation. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to introduce our American Legion. Thank you very much for being here. Wonderful crew. So I'm going to introduce to y'all Harry was with the U.S. Marines. Susan with the U.S. Coast Guard, and Charlie was with the U.S. Army Infantry. So thank you very much for being here. Come on up, Charlie. Or all 3, I guess. Everybody's here.
Good morning, everybody, veterans, family, friends. Today, or this morning, we're going to do flag etiquette. The meaning of folding our flags and the origin of our flag. On June 14, 1777, our Second Continental Congress met in Philadelphia and passed the Flag Act. It was a resolution creating the official flag of our nation, still struggling to gain independence from Britain. And now we will continue on our flag folding. Our flag folding ceremony represents the religious principles of the great country and the ritual fold. Our first fold is a symbol of life. Our second fold is a symbol of our eternal life. Our third fold is made to honor and remembrance our veterans departing ranks. Our fourth fold represents the weakened nature of American citizens trusting in God and in returns in time of peace. Our fifth fold, a tribute to our country's words of Stephen Decor of our country's dealing with other countries. Our sixth fold is where our hearts lie. Our seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, to the forces within our boundaries of our republic. Our eighth fold is a tribute to all who entered the valley of our shadow of death. Our ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood who have been faithfully and lovingly and devotionally to our military. Our tenth fold is a tribute to our father, who also given sons and daughters in defense of our country. Our 11th fold represents the lower portion seal of King David and Solomon, and glorifies God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our 12th fold represents the emblem of the eternity, glorifies God, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. And now our 13th, the last fold, when our flag is completely folded, and stars reminding us our national motto. In God we trust. I could go on with institution of our flag at this time. Institution of our flag at this time, but there's too many pages. If anybody has a computer to look it up, it's about 3 or 4 folder paragraphs. Back in the 1777, when our country was being formed. So anyway, thank you very much for being here and having us, and Rich is good.
Hey Southport, I just want to say thank you for everything, y'all's kindness, y'all's patience, and y'all's hospitality. I know it's been a rough go here with the contract work that we've been doing from Hurricane Ian, but us here at Blue Team just want to say thank you, and we appreciate everything y'all have done for us. Thanks,
Awesome.
guys.
You're the best, Madison. We
Thank
love
you.
you. All right, carry on. Where are you headed to?
I guess we're going to go up here and clean this up.
Oh, and you're taking Greg along with you, huh?
Yep.
There he goes. Hey, can you hurry up?
Sorry.
I really gotta get Madison a car. He just keeps driving around the campus with that thing. Hi guys! Fixing the flagpole. Look at here what we have here. This place is going, it's for the birds. I'm here in Ruth's apartment, and she has this wonderful collection of birds on display in a little birdhouse. And you acquired this from a church rummage sale,
Yes.
and now it's just adding on because your neighbor brought you a bird to put on there.
Yes.
Oh, that is adorable. I love it. Now, have you always collected birds?
No,
No?
just since I've moved here.
They've just
Over
flocked to you, huh?
Yes,
Do you
uh-huh.
like that? That flock to you?
Yes.
Well, I think that is the cutest thing. What a clever way to display the bird statues in a birdhouse. That is adorable. And my personal favorite is that flamingo. Very cute. Thanks for sharing, Ruth.
You're welcome.
This is my message to you. I said to myself, don't worry. Anything I made for the sake of having you near. In spite of the warm and moist and night that repeats and repeats in my head. Don't you know? Use your mentality. Step up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. I sacrifice anything I want for the sake of having you near. In spite of the warm voice that repeats and repeats in my head. Don't you know?
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Around the Square, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. Hey, Brian.
Yes.
You were a little jealous of us, weren't you?
I was.
While you were away, the mice were playing, and then you
Seriously.
came back and you decided to play too. So
Yes, seriously. Like, I so wanted to play.
You
And
got to play hide and seek this
Yeah.
week, and we got to play in the living room.
Soccer inside,
Soccer inside, and we
Oh,
had
man.
and we took Smeeta's ball.
Yeah.
It was great.
I had so much fun this week. Most fun I've had in a long time. So, yeah, it's been
All
great.
right, Brian. Well, I got a joke for you.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. Did you hear about the guy that robbed the furniture store?
No.
Yeah, he got the chair.
Oh, yeah, that's right. His hair was standing up just like mine.
He got
Yeah.
the chair from the
Yeah,
furniture
that's
store.
right.
Get it?
Oh my
Haha.
goodness.
That's a horrible one.
That is a horrible one.
That is a horrible.
But it was actually kind of funny because he actually did get the chair. Or maybe he got the sofa. I don't know. But he got the chair for sure. So, well, hey, I have a joke for you this week.
All right.
So, we celebrated Flag Day earlier this week, and I told a bunch of terrible jokes at Flag Day celebration. And I know they were terrible because people told me afterwards those were terrible. But anyway, I do have another Flag Day joke, but it kind of coincides with like Christmas and Flag Day. So, so it kind of, maybe this is more Christmas than it is Flag Day. But
Hey, it's almost July. Christmas in July.
Yeah,
Flag Day.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go with it.
Yeah, so, all right, so how is a flag like Santa Claus?
How is a flag like Santa Claus?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they both hang out at the pole.
They both. Oh.
Yeah, see that? See, I mean, terrible jokes, right? So, yeah, that's the last of my flag jokes. I won't bring any more out.
Until next year.
That's right. Next
Until
year we'll
next
go through
year,
it again.
you can
So-
wave your flag jokes.
Well, anyway, I do want to end with just a nice thank you to all those fathers out there, and happy Father's Day this weekend. So enjoy your weekend. Take some time to do something special for yourself, and hopefully somebody else will do something special for you as well. So enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much. Happy
All
Father's
right.
Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day, Brian.
Thank you.